And how long are you sober?
I'm calling from Spartanburg County, and I've been sober since May the 20th.
Is that in the United States?
Yes, sir.
You don't have to call me
Spartanburg.
sir. Just call me
Sorry.
dog.
Okay, all right. All right,
Just call
dog.
me Jan Dog.
All right, J
Or
Dog.
Jan Doggy Dog. You've heard of Snoop Dogg?
Yes, sir.
Don't call me sir. I'm Jan Dog.
All right, J Dog.
Like,
Gotcha.
it's my gangster name.
J-Dog.
Okay.
I look gangster, right?
Okay, most definitely. I see you.
What
Yeah.
city, what state are you?
South Carolina.
South Carolina. Okay. Hi, how are you? Welcome aboard. West Boot. West Boot. How are you? Are you here for AA and where are you calling from?
This is my first time. I'm trying to figure out how to even get on here.
Oh yeah, no kidding. And how long are you sober and where are you?
I've been sober for a year and 4 months, but my wife just asked for a divorce, so I'm needing some help.
Yeah, we were just talking about that earlier. So let me see. Where are you calling from? Where'd you say you're calling from?
From Austin, Texas.
Austin, Texas. And you got that, Sarah, year and a half or whatever. Way to go, man. What's your first name?
Wes. Last name
W-E-S.
is Birch. Yeah.
West. West. Okay, Sarah's changing names. Good. Scar's driving. So, Jessa Lee, how are you? I could use it.
I'm good. How are you doing today?
How are ye? How are ye? And where ye are you calling?
I'm from Lincoln, Nebraska.
And how long are you sober?
This is day 6 here.
What step are you on now?
I don't know. Yesterday we didn't get steps, right? Because we just did the big book. So I was doing step 3 the day before that.
Okay, so did you get the instructions on step 3 yet?
No, we just went over the prayer.
Okay, but did somebody go through pages 60 through 63 with you in a breakout room?
Yeah.
Okay, so you are now on step 4.
Okay.
So you want to put information up there? That's good. Okay, I'm gonna make you a co-host. Rebecca from Sunnybrook Farms. No, I am not. Okay. We actually had somebody in here one day. Her name was Jane Austen. I'm like, you got to be kidding. And then yesterday we had a guy, was it 2 days ago? It was Terrence from San Francisco. I thought it was Father Terry. Nope. It was another Terrence.
Hi, Jan, Rebecca. Can you take me off host? Good.
Sorry.
Thank you. Thanks.
It was a mistake. Right up there with Lisa muting me. Hey, Sarah, how are you? Where are you calling from and how long have you been sober? When I used to drive trucks, I would drive into the deep south, like into the Ozarks and everything. And everybody on the CB radio, they would use terms like "Oriander" and "How are ye?" And it was a whole other language. I spent quite a bit of time down in the south, so I used to record it, try to emulate it. Hey, Sarah, hi, how are you? would you unmute please and come on in and talk to me for a second? Where are you calling from and how long have you been sober? If you don't talk to me, we're going to kick you out of the meeting because we're clearing the room of Zoom bombers. Greg, how about you? Where are you calling from today and how long you been sober?
Who you asked that of?
Yeah, you. So, hi, how are you? You're here for AA?
Yes, I'm calling from Pennsylvania and I got 2 days clean.
2 days in Pennsylvania. Okay, welcome aboard. Glad you're here. Alexandra.
Hello,
So you're calling from where and how long have you been sober?
Buffalo Day 7.
And then what was the last step you were working on with us?
I should be working on step 2 now.
And did you finish it?
No, I didn't get any directions for it or anything yet.
Okay, step 2, we'll make sure you get those today. Let's see here. Let's talk to Candy. Hey Candy, hi, how are you? Are you here for AA and where are you calling from? Rebecca, you can let people in. Somebody.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm here. Here from AA, from Columbus, Ohio. And I got 11 days.
And did we give you a step assignment?
Yeah, the second part of 1.
Second part of 1. Okay, perfect. Glad you're here. Mark N. Hey Mark, how are you? Are you here for AA? Look at that dog. Are you here for AA and where are you calling from? How long have you been sober?
My name is Mark. I'm an alcoholic. I'm from Denver. I've got 29 days today.
29. Okay, welcome aboard. Welcome to Newcomers Slippers Step Workshop. Melissa, hi Melissa, how are you? Are you here for AA and where are you calling from? How long are you sober?
I'm here for AA. I'm Melissa, I'm an alcoholic, and I'm calling from Oneida, New York.
Oh, nice. And did we give you a step assignment? Which one are you on?
I'm not on anything yet.
Oh, okay. Well, let's put down step 1. Make sure we give
Okay.
those instructions to you today, okay?
Okay.
Perfect. Adam, how's it going, Adam? Are you here for AA and where are you calling from?
Yeah, can you hear me?
How's it going? Where are you calling from and how long are you sober?
What's that, sir?
Call me dog. Where are you calling from and how long have you been sober?
December 26th, and I'm calling from Pennsylvania.
You're in Pennsylvania. Did you say December 26th? You're here for AA, right? Or are you a Zoom bomber? Are you a Zoom bomber? You know what those are? So did you get that, Sarah? Pennsylvania, December 26th. We shall see. So how about this, Sarah? You want to talk to us?
Hi, yes, I got it figured out. I couldn't figure out how to apply my microphone. I got it figured out. I'm here.
You got it on now. So where are
Yep,
you
I got it on
calling
now.
from and how long have you been sober?
I'm calling from outside Philadelphia. And I have been sober about a month.
And you're calling from where?
Outside of Philadelphia.
Philadelphia. Okay, Philadelphia.
Yes.
There we go. 1 month. Glad you're here. Welcome aboard. Ryan in Johnstown.
How's it going?
Do you know who Johnstown was named after?
Probably a guy named John.
Bingo. Okay. Joe. Jose. Hey, Jose, how are you? And where are you calling from? How long are you sober? Jan to Jose. If you could unmute, please come on in and talk to me. We're clearing the room of Zoom bombers, kids see. And that's what's going on here. What? Amy, what you gonna do? I'm so in love with
I
you.
think I should stay with you.
So, where are you calling from and how long are you so?
Kansas City, 7 days.
7 days. And what
Yeah.
step do we have you on?
Just finished 3.
You just finished 3, so you're on step
Yeah,
4.
yeah,
Okay.
getting ready for 4. Yeah.
Kansas City. Going to Kansas City. Kansas City, here I come. Where's Jeff? Is he in here?
He's here.
City. Jeff, who sings that one? Is he here? Can you unmute him? Oh, there he is. Unmute that. Unmute that boy. There he is. Going to
Is that
Kansas.
pure,
Jeff
pure Prairie
Alcoholic,
Lake?
South Florida. Wilbur
Going
Harris,
to
about
Kansas.
1957. I might take a plane, I might take a train, but if I have to walk, I'm gonna go in just the
Going
same.
just the same. I know it.
That's right. Thank you.
Kansas City. I put you on. You're a co-host now. You can turn your camera on. All right, here's May. Jen, I heard you're getting married. Yeah, in May. May what? May the day never come. Oh. Sarah likes that joke. Hey, May, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Okay, you can change your name and everything. You can do it
Cool.
yourself. Because she's a big girl. I'm glad you're here. Welcome aboard. Jimbo. Jim. Hey, Jim, how are you? Where are you calling from? How long you been sober?
This is Jim.
Yo, man, you're here for AA, right?
Not getting any audio from your side.
Are you getting any now? Hello, Jim.
Let me try relaunching it.
Can you hear me? Sarah, he can't hear me. All right. Okay, Jim, we'll get back to you later.
Jim has left the building.
He's resetting his computer. He's coming back. What is this, Mike H? Hey, Mike, how are you? I know you're just listening. A couple questions. Where are you calling from and how long have you been sober? 5125 listening. Okay, Mike. And okay. So what city are you calling from? Doesn't matter. Chris. Hey, Chris, how are you?
Good, how are y'all?
Are you here for AA? Where are you calling from and how long have you been sober?
Yeah, I'm here for AA and I've been sober for about 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm from Texas. Yeah,
Texas.
Glad to be here.
Wow, that's a Texas accent right there. Was Texas still part of the United States, or you're a separate country, actually?
I'm not sure. It changes every once in a while, that thought.
That's what I like about Texas. I used to drive trucks and I'd cross Texas. It'd take 2 days to get across Texas.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. That is a fact.
It
takes
is
longer
that
to get out of
big.
Texas than it is to
Now, where are you at in Texas?
San Antonio.
San Antonio. Wow, how about that? Okay, I've been there. Anyways, welcome aboard. Glad you're here. Jim B. Hey, Jim. So I thought we just talked to him. Didn't we, Jim?
He was having technical difficulty, so he rebooted.
Can you
This
hear
is
me now,
Jim,
Jim?
alcoholic. Yeah, I can hear you fine. Thank you.
Okay, where are you calling from and how long have you been sober?
North Carolina, 6 days.
6 days from North Carolina. That's another song, Jeff. 6 days on the road and I'm gonna make it. Who sang that? 6 days on. I'll bet Chris knows who sang. It's a song. He's taking white pills in the song. It's probably not a good one for people like me to listen to. Why not, Grandpa? Just shut up. Don't eat the white pills. Okay, I think, oh, Janet. Hey, Janet, hi, how are you? Where are you calling from and how long have you been sober? And are you here for AA? Jan to Janet. If you could come in, please. Talk to me. Jan to Janet L. Yoo-hoo! Where's my cat? It was on the floor. Okay. Oh, here's Lauren. We're gonna get going here in a second, guys. Hi, Lauren. How are you? Where are you calling
Good.
from? And are you here for AA? And how long you been sober? Where are you calling from?
I'm here for AA. I am calling from Highlands Ranch, Colorado. I recently just went through a relapse, so today I'm on day 6.
Well, I've heard of people going for treatment, but did you go someplace to relapse?
I went to
that's-
the movie theater and I got a glass of wine, which I
Oh
left
my God.
a silly place to
No shit. How long were you sober before you went to the movie theater?
20 months.
You were 20 months sober. You're sitting in a movie. Do they serve alcohol in movie theaters?
Unfortunately, they do. Right when I walked in, I was like, you know what? I think I got this. I think I can have a glass of wine and control my drinking. And the first
Oh my
2
God.
weeks, it was fine. And then,
Well, what movie were you watching?
oh my God, what movie did I even go see? It was,
Doesn't even remember.
oh, right? No, it was, oh my God, what one did I see? Well, it was the second movie of something.
Were they serving? Were they serving
Oh,
drinks?
The Accountant.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you went to see a movie about with a guy that's in AA and you decided to drink in the middle of his movie. Love it. Okay, anyways, glad you're here. Welcome aboard. This is the meeting for you. Dietra, how are you? That's a Western name right there, isn't it? Hey, are you here for AA and where are
I
you
am
calling from?
here. Hi, how are you?
Good, thank you.
I'm good. I'm an alcoholic named Deidra, and I have 2 days sober, 2 days back. Yes.
And where are you calling from?
I'm calling from New York City.
New York City?
Yes.
Which part of New York City?
On Staten Island.
Staten Island. Wow, you must either be a cop or a fireman.
Neither.
Or a gangster. Maybe you're a gangster, like me.
No.
Okay, all right, glad you're here.
Glad to be here.
Oh boy.
Holy Stapleton, what's going on?
Hey Jeff,
Yes, sir.
who sings 6 Days on the Road? And I'm gonna make it.
Oh, that was back in '63. I was in the Army. I can't remember who was 6 Days on the Road. Oh, originally it was Chuck Berry. No, Chuck Berry. I've forgotten, but I.
Okay, Jeff forgot. If anybody knows who sang that song, raise your hand. Actually, you have to raise your hand. Wait, I thought this was an AA meeting, not music trivia. Oh, just keep your shirt on. It is.
Dave Dudley?
Will you cut that out? Never heard of him. You're looking it up on the internet.
I am.
Oh, did we not get Janet L? What happened here? You didn't change your name? Sarah,
We have to talk to Janet and Juan.
I already talked to Janet. Janet, hi, how are you? Didn't I just talk to you? Where are you calling from? How long are you sober? Janet. Okay, Juan Ramos, why don't you show up on time? You're late. Hey, how are you? Where are you calling from? And how long are you
Denver,
sober?
Denver.
I know it. Okay, how long are you sober?
13 days.
15 days.
14, sorry.
14 days. And what step are you working on now?
4.
Okay, we gave you the instructions for 4 and you're writing on it. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Show up on time, god damn it.
Yeah, I've been running around. I try and grab a meeting and
Oh really? What are you doing? Are you working today or what?
I'm helping one of the guys move from sober living and he's moving to be a manager at some other house. So he's moving on stuff and
oh man.
We got done and I'm like, hey, let me go get this meeting or else I gotta get another one.
Do you have a pickup truck?
Who, me? Yeah.
Yeah, see, if you have a pickup truck, you put a sign on the back that says, yes, this is my pickup truck, and no, I won't help you move.
How about for rent?
Oh, yeah, okay, no, I get it. Oh, then that would be fair. All right, so, well, I think we've just about had enough of me. So if you would put everything up to read, please, Lisa. And hey, Rebecca, would you like to read everything off your computer? And remember, we're reading as though we're talking to 3-year-olds with not that, we don't use that hardened Nazi dry. Here we are inviting, because everybody here is detoxing and having hallucinations. Plus, you're at the beach. Where is that, Italy or what? Where is that? That is really that is the best picture I've seen up here. Okay,
I'm
over
Rebecca. Hi,
to
everybody.
Rebecca. Go ahead. Yeah.
I'm Rebecca, alcoholic. Welcome to Tuesday's meeting at Newcomers Slipper Step Workshop. If you're new to AA or coming back, this meeting is for you. This group is exactly what the name says, a workshop. We read 6 AA books, work the steps, sponsor you, and give reading and writing assignments. We will teach you an AA program. We move right along here, and people get well here. Newcomer Slipper Step Workshop is a step workshop. Unlike most AA meetings, it is not a speaker's meeting nor a discussion meeting. It's more like an AA class, AA 101, AA University. You want to have the attitude of learning and do the assigned reading and writing on the steps. We will take you through the steps in AA books in short order. If you're looking for guidance and direction in an AA program, this meeting is for you. Newcomer Slipper Step Workshop on Zoom is a very unique meeting since we use the same principles AA used between 1932 and 1939. Everybody works in the group and moves through the 12 steps to live our lives free from alcohol and learn a new way of living. We're glad you can make it. Here is the newcomers packet for those new to AA. It has pamphlets and information about Alcoholics Anonymous. The link is right there in the chat. Security for Newcomers Slipper Step Workshop on Zoom. We have cameras and chat turned off. You can chat only with co-hosts. We do all of the above for safety reasons. Zoom bombers try to get in, and this eliminates them. We don't allow group sharing in chat or exchange of phone numbers. This is an AA step class. Since everyone is new here, we want to protect you. Meeting confirmation. Here is our email for meeting confirmation. stepworkshop1@gmail.com. That's for class, work, probation, court, etc. Announcements. 7th tradition. Contributions can be made in Venmo to @Jan-Scott in Cash App. Jack Fox 111999 in PayPal. That's good for international. Or to Jan Scott, janscottlive@gmail.com. Phone number 720-646-6131. These contributions go to pay for Zoom, Boulder 1 AA, Boulder County AA, OIO AA Intergroup, and Father Terry's work. We offer free books to those in need. We spend about $350 a month every month. Suggested donations are $1 to $2 per meeting or monthly donations. The price of a 12-pack of Bud, which is $18.99. This group meets daily with the following formats. Monday, 12 by 12 is step study. Tuesday, we read the big book. Wednesday, we read As Bill Sees It, and it's Sunglass Wednesday. Thursday, we read Came to Believe, and it's Dog Thursday. Friday, Jan's favorite, Cat Friday. Saturday, Living Sober. Sunday, Daily Reflections. A preamble. Alcoholics Anonymous is a fellowship of people who share their experience, strength, and hope with each other that they may solve their common problems and help others to recover from alcoholism. The only requirement for membership is a desire to stop drinking. There are no dues or fees for AA membership. We are self-supporting through our own contributions. AA is not allied with any sect, denomination, politics, organization, or institution. Does not wish to engage in any controversy, neither endorses nor opposes any causes. Our primary purpose is to stay sober and help other alcoholics to achieve sobriety. Please join me in this serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. New to this meeting, please come for 5 days to see how you like it. Then we will put you to work. This meeting is recorded with audio only for our podcast on our YouTube channel. No video pictures or names show. No one will know you're here. Our podcast is YouTube channel, Newcomers Slipper Step Workshop AA meeting. The link is there in the chat. And finally, everyone, please introduce yourself as an alcoholic when speaking. Thank you for being here. And now back to you, Jan, in the studio.
Okay, thank you, Rebecca. And where are you? Saint-Tropez? It looks like France.
I think that's Greece.
Greece. Oh, Greece. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, I'm Jan Alcoholic. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Newcomer Slipper Step Workshop. And today is Wednesday. We read from the AA Big Book on Wednesdays, and every day, well, not every day, but several days a week we actually use 7 books here. And
But
Lisa's gonna
today's
put up-
Tuesday, Jan. It's Tuesday, gangster.
It's Tuesday? Yeah, Big Book Day, sorry. Out of myself. We read from the Big Book on Tuesday, right? Right, okay. And we read from different books every day. Lisa's gonna put up a list of the books that we read and what days we read them on. It's kind of interesting. This is kind of a cool. So you know what I was thinking? We had a guy on here the other day who knew a lot about the books and stuff. And we were talking about something we haven't done here in a while, but we do it. And he was talking about let's see, I think it was 31 through 43, more about alcoholism. So I thought maybe, would you put a link up, please? Oh, there's the books. Lisa's put up all the books that we use in this class, and we read different ones on different days. And this is a complete class. That's where you've landed. It's different than any other AA meeting you've ever been to. We'll take you through the steps and the AA program in short order in about a month and a half. Stick with us for 30 days and miracles will happen. So let's go to more about alcoholism. It's on page 30. And Lisa, can you put a link up to more about alcoholism? Put the PDF link up, okay? Oh, is that it right there? Let's see, what is
Chapter 3, more about alcoholism.
There it is. It's up there. Wow, that's spectacular. And then if you want to read a page, raise your hand. See how I put my hand up? Raise your hand like that, and we shall start reading right about now. Let's start with Jeff is first. Everybody read a page followed by, oh, sorry, Jeff, there you go, and followed by May. Okay, go ahead.
Jeff, alcoholic, South Florida. Chapter 3, more about alcoholism, starting on page 30. Most of us have been unwilling to admit we were real alcoholics. No one likes to think he is bodily and mentally different from his fellows. Therefore, it is not surprising that our drinking careers have been characterized by countless vain attempts to prove we could drink like other people. The idea that somehow we will control and enjoy his drinking is the greatest obsession of every abnormal drinker. The persistence of this illusion is astonishing. Many pursue it into the gates of insanity or death. We learned that we had to fully concede to our innermost selves that we were alcoholics. This is the first step in recovery. The delusion that we are like other people, or presently may be, has to be smashed. We alcoholics are men and women who have lost the ability to control our drinking. We know that no real alcoholic ever recovers control. All of us felt at times that we were regaining control, but such intervals, usually brief, were inevitably followed by still less control, which led in time to pitiful and incomprehensible demoralization. We are convinced to a man that alcoholics of our type are in the grip of a progressive illness. Over any considerable period, we get worse, never better. Thank you for letting me read that.
Okay, May, you're up.
Hey, alcoholic. We are like men who have lost their legs. They never grow new ones. Neither does there appear to be any kind of treatment which will make alcoholics of our kind like other men. We have tried every imaginable remedy. In some instances, there has been brief recovery, followed always by a still worse relapse. Physicians who are familiar with alcoholism agree there is no such thing as making a normal drinker out of an alcoholic. Science may one day accomplish this, but it hasn't done so yet. Despite all we can say, many who are real alcoholics are not going to believe they are in that class. By every form of self-deception and experimentation, they will try to prove themselves exceptions to the rule, therefore non-alcoholic. If anyone who is showing inability to control his drinking can do the right about face and drink like a gentleman, our hats are off to him. Heaven knows we have tried hard and long enough to drink like other people. Here are some of the methods which we have tried. Drinking beer only, limiting the number of drinks, never drinking alone, never drinking in the morning, drinking only at the house, never having it in the house, never drinking during business hours, drinking at parties, switching from scotch to brandy, drinking only natural wines, agreeing to resign if ever drunk on the job, taking a trip, not taking a trip, swearing off forever, with and without a solemn oath, taking more physical exercise, reading inspirational books, going to health farms and sanitariums, accepting voluntary commitment to asylums. We could increase the list ad infinitum. We do not like to pronounce any individual as alcoholic, but you can quickly diagnose yourself. Step over to the nearest barroom and try controlled drinking. Try to
Stop
drink
right
and
there.
okay.
Okay, over to you, Ron. Thanks, May.
I'm Ron, I'm an alcoholic. Try to drink and stop abruptly. Try more than once. It will not take long for you to decide if you are honest with yourself about it. It may be worth a bad case of jitters if you get a full knowledge of your condition. Though there is no way of proving it, we believe that early in our drinking careers, most of us could have stopped drinking. But the difficulty is that few alcoholics have enough desire to stop while there is yet time. We have heard of a few instances where people who showed definite signs of alcoholism were able to stop for a long period because of an overpowering desire to do so. Here's one. A man of 30 was doing a great deal of spree drinking. He was very nervous in the morning after these bouts and quieted himself with more liquor. He was ambitious to succeed in business, but saw that he would get nowhere if he drank at all. Once he started, he had no control whatever. He made up his mind that until he had been successful in business and had retired, he would not touch another drop. An exceptional man, he remained bone dry for 25 years and retired at the age of 55 after a successful and happy business career. Then he fell victim to a belief which practically every alcoholic has, that his long period of sobriety and self-discipline had qualified him to drink as other men. Out came his carpet slippers in a bottle. In 2 months, he was in a hospital, puzzled and humiliated. He tried to regulate his drinking for a while, made several trips to the hospital meantime, then gathering all his forces, he attempted to stop altogether, and he found he could not. And I'll pass with that.
Okay, go ahead. Sarah.
Okay. Are we on this case? On this case? Yes.
Yep.
Okay. This case contains a powerful lesson. Most of us have believed that if we remain sober for a long stretch, we could thereafter drink normally. But here is a man who at 55 years found he was just where he had left off at 30. We have seen the truth demonstrated again and again. Once an alcoholic, always an alcoholic. Commencing to drink after a period of sobriety, we are in a short time as bad as ever. If we are planning to stop drinking, there must be no reservation of any kind, nor any lurking notion that someday we'll be immune to alcohol. Young people may be encouraged by this man's experience to think they can stop, as he did, on their own willpower. We doubt if many of them can do it because none will really want to stop, and hardly one of them, because of the peculiar mental twist already acquired, will find he can win out. Several of our crowd, men of 30 or less, had been drinking only a few years, but they found themselves as helpless as those who had been drinking for 20 years. To be gravely affected, one does not necessarily have to drink a long time, nor take the quantities some of us have. This is particularly true of women. Potential female alcoholics often turn into the real thing and are gone beyond recall in a few years. Certain drinkers who would be greatly insulted if called alcoholics are astonished at their inability to stop. We, who are familiar with the symptoms, see large numbers of potential alcoholics among young people everywhere, but try and get them to see it. Pass,
Okay, over
please.
to, go ahead, Rosa, thank you.
Right. Thank you, Rosa, alcoholic. As we look back, we feel we had gone on drinking many years beyond the point where we could quit on our own willpower. If anyone questions whether he has entered this dangerous area, let him try leaving liquor alone for 1 year. If he is a real alcoholic and very far advanced, there is scant chance of success. In the early days of our drinking, we occasionally remained sober for a year or more, becoming serious drinkers again later. Though you may be able to stop for a considerable period, you may yet be a potential alcoholic. We think few to whom this book will appeal can stay dry anything like a year. Some will be drunk the day after making their resolutions, most of them within a few weeks. For those who are unable to drink moderately, the question is how to stop altogether. We are assuming, of course, that the reader desires to stop. Whether such a person can quit upon a non-spiritual basis depends upon the extent to which he has already lost the power to choose whether he will drink or not. Many of us felt that we had plenty of character. There was a tremendous urge to cease forever, yet we found it impossible. This is the baffling feature of alcoholism as we know it, this utter inability to leave it alone, no matter how great the necessity or the wish. How then shall we help our readers determine to their own satisfaction whether they are one of us? The experiment of quitting for a period of time will be helpful, but we think we can render an even greater service to alcoholic sufferers and perhaps to the medical fraternity. So we shall describe some of the mental states that precede a relapse into drinking, for obviously this is the crux of the problem. What sort of thinking dominates an alcoholic who repeats time after time the desperate experiment of the first drink? Friends who have reasoned with him after a spree which has brought him to the point of divorce or bankruptcy are mystified when he walks directly into a saloon. Why does he? Of what is he thinking? Our first example is a friend we shall call Jim. This man has a charming wife and family. He inherited a lucrative automotive agency. He had a commendable World War record. He is a good salesman. Everybody likes him. He is an intelligent man, normal so far as we can see, except for a nervous disposition. He did no drinking until he was 35. In a few years, he became so violent when intoxicated that he had to be committed. On leaving the asylum, he came into contact with us. We told him what we knew of alcoholism and the answer we had found. He made a beginning. His family was reassembled, and he began to work as a salesman for the business he had lost through drinking. All went well for a time, but he failed to enlarge his spiritual life. To his consternation, he found himself drunk half a dozen times in rapid succession. On each of these occasions, we worked with him, reviewing carefully what had happened. He agreed he was a real alcoholic and in a serious condition. He knew he faced another trip to the asylum if he went on. Moreover, he would lose his family for whom he had a deep affection.
Okay, stop right there. Over to Lisa. Go ahead.
Yet, hi, Lisa, alcoholic. Yet he got drunk again. We asked him to tell us exactly how it happened. This is his story. I came to work on Tuesday morning. I remember I felt irritated that I had to be a salesman for a concern I once owned. I had a few words with the boss, but nothing serious. Then I decided to drive into the country and see one of my prospects for a car. On the way, I felt hungry, so I stopped at a roadside place where they have a bar. I had no intention of drinking. I just thought I would get a sandwich. I also had the notion that I might find a customer for a car at this place, which was familiar, for I had gone to it for years. I had eaten there many times during the months I was sober. I sat down at a table and ordered a sandwich and a glass of milk. Still, no thought of drinking. I ordered another sandwich and decided to have another glass of milk. Suddenly, the thought crossed my mind that if I were to put an ounce of whiskey in my milk, it couldn't hurt me on a full stomach. I ordered a whiskey and poured it into the milk. I vaguely sensed I was not being any too smart, but felt reassured as I was taking the whiskey on a full stomach. The experiment went so well that I ordered another whiskey and poured it into more milk. That didn't seem to bother me, so I tried another. Thus started one more journey to the asylum for Jim. Here was the threat of commitment, the loss of family and position, to say nothing of that intense mental and physical suffering which drinking always caused him. He had much knowledge about himself as an alcoholic, yet for all reasons for not drinking were easily pushed aside in favor of the foolish idea that he could take whiskey if only he mixed it with milk. Whatever the precise definition of the word may be, we call this plain insanity. How can such a lack of proportion of the ability to think straight he called anything else? You may think this is an extreme case. To us, it is not far-fetched, for this kind of thinking has been characteristic of every single one of us. We have sometimes reflected more than Jim did upon the consequences, but there was always a curious mental phenomenon that parallel with our sound reasoning, there inevitably ran some insanely trivial excuse for taking the first drink. Our sound reasoning failed to hold us in check. The insane idea won out. Next day, we would ask ourselves, in all earnestness and sincerity, how could it happened? In some circumstances, we have gone out deliberately to get drunk, feeling ourselves justified by the nervousness, anger, worry, depression, jealousy, or like. But even in this type of beginning, we were obliged to admit that our justification for a spree was insanely insufficient in light of what has always happened. We now see that when we begin to drink deliberately instead of casually, there was little serious or effective thought during the period of premeditation of what the terrific consequences might be. Our behavior is as absurd and incomprehensible with respect to the first drink as that of an individual with a passion, save for jaywalking. He gets a thrill out of the skipping in front of the fast-moving vehicles. He enjoys himself for a few years in spite of friendly warnings. Up to this point, you would label him as a foolish chap, having queer ideas of fun.
Stop right there. Okay, over to you, Ron. You want to pick it up from there?
I'm Ron, I'm an alcoholic. Luck then deserts him, and he is slightly injured several times in succession. You would expect him, if he were normal, to cut it out. Presently he is hit again, and at this time has fractured skull. Within a week, after leaving the hospital, a fast-moving trolley car breaks his arm. He tells you he has decided to stop jaywalking for good, but in a few weeks he breaks both legs. On through the years, this conduct continues, accompanied by his continual promise to be careful or to keep off the streets altogether. Finally, he can no longer work, his wife gets a divorce, and he is held up in ridicule. He tries every known means to get the jaywalking idea out of his head. He shuts himself up in an asylum, hoping to mend his ways. But the day he comes out, he races in front of a fire engine, which breaks his back. Such a man would be crazy, wouldn't he? You might think our illustrations is too ridiculous, but is it? We who have been through the ringer have to admit if we substituted alcoholism for jaywalking, the illustration would fit us exactly. However intelligent we may have been in other respects, where alcohol had been involved, we have been strangely insane. It's strong language, but isn't it true? Some of you thinking, yes, what will you tell us is true, but it doesn't fully apply. We admit we have some of these symptoms, but we have not gone to the extremes you fellows did, nor are we likely to. For we understand ourselves so well after what you have told us that such things cannot happen again. We have not lost everything in life through drinking, and we certainly do not intend to. Thanks for the information. That may be true.
Okay. Okay, Jeff, how about you? You're up.
Jeff, Alcoholic, South Florida, page 39. That may be true of certain non-alcoholic people who, though drinking foolishly and heavily at the present time, are able to stop or moderate, because their brains and bodies have not been as damaged as much as ours were. But the actual or potential alcoholic, with hardly an exception, will absolutely be unable to stop drinking on the basis of self-knowledge. This is a point we wish to emphasize and re-emphasize, to smash home upon our alcoholic readers as it has been revealed to us out of bitter experience. Let us take another illustration. Fred is a partner in a well-known accounting firm. His income is good, he has a fine home, and is happily married, and father of promising children of college age. He is so attractive a personality that he makes friends with everyone. If ever there was a successful businessman, it is Fred. To all appearance, he is a stable, well-balanced individual. Yet he is an alcoholic. We first see Fred about a year ago in a hospital where he had gone to recover from a bad case of jitters. It was his first experience of this kind, and he was much ashamed of it. Far from admitting he was an alcoholic, he told himself he had come to the hospital to rest his nerves. The doctor intimated strongly that he might be worse than he realized. For a few days, he was depressed about his condition. He made up his mind to quit drinking altogether. It never occurred to him that perhaps he could not do so in spite of his character and standing. Fred would not believe himself an alcoholic, much less a spiritual remedy for his problem. We told him what we knew about alcoholism, and he was interested and conceded that he had some of the symptoms, but he was a long way from admitting that he could do nothing about it himself. He was positive that this humiliating experience, plus the knowledge he had acquired, would keep him sober the rest of his life. Self-knowledge would fix it.
Okay, let's how about
Thank
you,
you.
Deidre? Thank you. Go ahead, Deidre, you're up.
Hi, Deidre, alcoholic. We heard no more of Fred for a while. One day, we were told that he was back in the hospital. This time, he was quite shaky. He soon indicated he was anxious to see us. The story he told is most instructive, for here was a chap absolutely convinced he had to stop drinking, who had no excuse for drinking, who, I'm so sorry, who exhibited splendid judgment and determination in all of his concerns, yet was flat on his back nevertheless. Let him tell you about it. I was much impressed with what you fellas said about alcoholism, and I frankly did not believe it would be possible for me to drink again. I rather appreciated your ideas about the subtle insanity which precedes the first drink, but I was confident it could not happen to me after what I had learned. I reasoned I was not so far advanced as most of you fellows, that I have been usually successful in licking my other problems, personal problems, and that I would therefore be successful where you men failed. I felt I had every right to be self confident, that it would be only a matter of exercising my willpower and keeping on guard. In this frame of mind, I went about my business, and for a time all was well. I had no trouble refusing drinks, and began to wonder if I had not been making too hard work of a simple matter. One day I went to Washington to present some accounting evidence to a government bureau. I had been out of town before during this particular dry spell, so there was nothing new about that. Physically, I felt fine. Neither did I have any pressing problems or worries. My business came off well. I was pleased and knew my partners would be too. It was the end of a perfect day, not a cloud on the horizon.
Okay, who wants to read next? Go ahead. May, do it. You know where we are?
Yes.
Thank you, Deirdre.
Oh God, I lost my spot when I looked up. Where are we?
Page 41.
Okay. I've been out of town before during this particular dry spell, so there was nothing new about that. Physically, I felt fine. Neither did I have any pressing problems or worries. My business came off well. I was pleased and knew my partners would be too. It was the end of a perfect day, not a cloud on the horizon. I went to my hotel and leisurely dressed for dinner. As I crossed the threshold of the dining room, the thought came to mind that it would be nice to have a couple cocktails with dinner. That was all, nothing more. I ordered a cocktail with my meal, then I ordered another cocktail. After dinner, I decided to take a walk. When I returned to the hotel, it struck me a highball would be fine before going to bed, so I stepped into the bar and had one. I remember having several more that night and plenty next morning. I had a shadowy recollection of being in an airplane bound for New York and of finding a friendly taxicab driver at the landing field instead of my wife. The driver escorted me about for several days. I know little of where I went or what I said and did. Then came the hospital with unbearable mental and physical suffering. As soon as I regained my ability to think, I went carefully over that evening in Washington. Not only had I been off guard, I had made no fight whatever against the first drink. This time I had not thought of the consequences at all. I had commenced the drink as carelessly as though the cocktails were ginger ale. I now remembered what my alcoholic friends had told me, how they prophesied that if I had an alcoholic mind, the time and place would come, I would drink again. Keep going.
Keep going, yeah.
Okay. They had said that though I did raise a defense, it would one day give way before some trivial reason for having a drink. Well, just that did happen and more. For what I had learned of alcoholism did not occur to me at all. I knew from that moment that I had an alcoholic mind. I saw that willpower and self-knowledge would not help in those strange mental blank spots. I had never been able to understand people who said that a problem had been hopelessly defeated. I knew then it was a crushing blow. Two of the members of Alcoholics Anonymous came to see me. They grinned when I didn't like so much, and they asked me if I thought myself alcoholic and if I were really licked this time. I had to concede both propositions. They piled on me heaps of evidence to the effect that an alcoholic mentality, such as I exhibited in Washington, was a hopeless condition. They cited cases out of their own experience by the dozen. This process snuffled out the last flicker of conviction that I could do the job myself. Then they outlined the spiritual answer and program of action, which 100 of them had followed successfully. Though I had been only a nominal churchman, their proposals were not intellectually hard to swallow. But the program of action, though entirely sensible, was pretty drastic. It meant that I would have to throw several lifelong conceptions out the window. That was not easy. But the moment I made up my mind to go through the process, I had the curious feeling that my alcoholic condition was relieved, and in fact, it proved to be. Quite as important was the discovery that spiritual principles would solve all my problems. I have since been brought into a way of living infinitely more satisfying, I hope more useful than the life I lived before. My old manner of life was by no means a bad one, but I would not exchange its best moments for the worst I have now. I would not go back to even if I could. Fred's story speaks for itself. We hope it strikes home to thousands like him. He had felt only the first nip of the ringer. Most alcoholics have to be pretty badly mangled before they really commence to solve their problems. Many doctors and psychiatrists agree with our conclusions. One of these men, staff member of the world-renowned hospital, recently made this statement to some of us. What you say about the general hopelessness of the average alcoholic's plight is, in my opinion, correct. As to two of you men whose stories I have heard, there is no doubt in my mind that you were 100% hopeless apart from divine help. Had you offered yourselves as patients at this hospital, I would not have taken you, if I had been able to avoid it. People like you are too heartbreaking. Though not a religious person, I have profound respect for the spiritual approach in such cases as yours. For most cases, there is virtually no other solution. Once more, the alcoholic at certain times has no effective mental defense against the first drink. Except in a few rare cases, neither he nor any other human being can provide such a defense. His defense must come from a higher power. Thank you.
All right, so, and I think that's it. Yeah, thanks everybody for reading. So that is more about alcoholism. Usually we give this as an assignment for people to read, but no, we just read it. And then I hope you underline some of the things here. So this chapter really is a description of the first step, powerless over alcohol, and our lives have become unmanageable. And, we put people in breakout rooms and give writing instructions for step one, the first half and second half. And then it would sort of drills down, sort of fixes in our mind just how powerless we are over alcohol. And this is a step study group, a step workshop. We give reading assignments in here. Sometimes it's more about alcoholism. So now, as a group, we just read more about alcoholism. So what I would like everybody to do right now is take a pen, like there, and some writing paper, and come up with 5 takeaways from this chapter right now. So go ahead and start writing 5 takeaways. So one for me would be the last sentence here once more. The alcoholic at certain times has no effective mental defense against the first drink. And then it goes on to say his defense must come from a higher power. So we discussed that in our third step on page 63, where we talk about feeling the power of God flow into us and start to heal us up. So there's one takeaway, me. Let's see, I have a bunch actually. Another one. Oh, this guy with his predilection for jaywalking. I think that's stupid. I've never heard of anybody who ever did that, except when they're drunk. Let me see here. Then there's this on page 37, curious mental phenomena that parallels with a sound reasoning. Our sound reasoning failed to hold us in check. The insane idea won out. So this phenomena of craving talks about it here. Then this idea Well, the idea that he goes to a bar and orders a sandwich and then milk and then keeps trying to have whiskey and milk. So one of the things that I did early on, I wouldn't be caught dead in a bar when I first got sober. There was no reason for me to go to one. And I learned that here in AA. They say, no, no, no. You're going out and have coffee after the meeting. You go to places like Fur's Cafeteria, coffee shop, Village, whatever, Village Inn or the Pancake House. Go there, have something to eat. The whole idea of going to a bar and having a sandwich it's just like, I mean, I realize this was written some time ago, but that in itself was dumb. Takeaways, 5 takeaways. Let's see here. Well, one thing he talks about, this guy failed to enlarge his spiritual life. So here in this group, we get right to it right away. Right up on step 2, we write about our 10 attributes of what God would be to us. And then we go right into step 3, where it talks on page 63, we felt a new power flow in. So we get right to this universal life force that comes into healing us. So, so that we don't end up like this guy. All right, so who has, May, do you have your 5 takeaways? Come on. Jeff, you have your 5 takeaways? Okay, go
Jeff
ahead, Jeff.
Alcoholic. Yes, and they're duplicate to so many, but I have here down here, unwilling to learn from humiliating lessons. We don't have that ability. We should, and then I have the rest of some of the same others, the phenomenon of craving, and thinking time away from alcohol or abstaining from alcohol will do anything. No, it won't. We're failing to realize, and there's the last one, that we are indeed alcoholics. If we are alcoholics and fail to realize it, we are doomed. We cannot drink. The body and the mind are different, and can only be dealt with this by special 100% abstinence, which we don't get unless we. Yeah.
Excellent. Go ahead, Sarah.
So I have the idea that somehow someday he will control and enjoy his drinking is the great obsession of every abnormal drinker.
I really
To
wanted
be
to
gravely
believe that.
affected.
I really felt that way.
That's been pounded in my head from this book. I think it's important. To be gravely affected, one does not necessarily have to drink a long time, nor take the quantities, some of us, but this is particularly true for women. Potential female alcoholics often turn into the real thing and are gone beyond recall in a few years. And then, but the actual or potential alcoholic, with hardly an exception, will be absolutely unable to stop drinking on the basis of self-knowledge.
Here's one that I didn't like, which is once an alcoholic, always an alcoholic. I'm like, oh no, come on. I'll just quit for a while. And then Jeff, when I go to the bar, I'm only gonna have 2 gin and tonics. And then to completely fool myself, I would order doubles and twofers. So I'd get them 4 all at once. And then I'd order another round. So that would be a half pint right there inside of 15 minutes or 20. All right, go ahead, May. The day never come. Go.
Yes, May alcoholic. So I got that long-lasting sobriety is not possible without God. We don't have the ability to learn from humiliating lessons. I stole that one, but I like it. Once an alcoholic, you will never be able to be a normal drinker. Only God can save someone from alcoholism. Like I really liked how they were saying like no human can do it for somebody else, and it's true. And then also no amount of self-awareness can save you from yourself.
Perfect. Here's another one I like. Here's a method we tried. Say drinking beer only. I tried that. That didn't work. Limiting the number of drinks. I never tried that. Let me see. Oh, never having it in the house. That was one of my favorites. I'd only drink in bars. Taking a trip, not taking a trip. I did. I switched from alcohol to LSD. Did not work very well for me. Um, Going to health farms, sanitariums. I hit my first sanitarium, Jeff, 17 years old. 19, was it 1963, 64, 65? Die. I go there. I thought, no, I'm insane. It said, no, we think you're actually an alcoholic. And I'm like, okay, I have not. And okay, let's see. Who else has their hand? Juan, you're looking into the camera. What did you come up with? Go, baby.
I like, once you're an alcoholic, I mean, I tried drinking in just like parties, Christmas parties, Thanksgivings, and saying I'm just gonna start maybe late, so I don't pregame, and I'm thinking I could probably start late, and that didn't work. I end up in the same place. So I took that from it.
There you go. Perfect. Cecilia, what did you come up with?
Well, I mean, I would reiterate what May said. I'm only on day 2, but all the things that May said, and ultimately, I think the self-resolve to not be able to quit drinking, because I've certainly tried that in in the consequences, not ending up impacting me in the way that they should, because I haven't been in a situation where I've gotten in that much trouble for the infraction. And so I think that I'm just personally reflecting on the fact that it's not something that I can control. And I need to rely upon a higher power to help me through this, because
Isn't that amazing? It's
my
like we
partner
want
has
to
certainly
control
tried
it.
to help me. My partner has told me everything that I need to do to be a better person and to not drink. And that still hasn't impacted me. And so
Isn't it
this is a
amazing? We
special
try
reading.
so hard. We tried so hard to control it, and we can't control it. It
Well,
just
I've been so successful in every other aspect of my life that it's frustrating to me that I can't be successful in this aspect of
and
my life, because I have been. So
that's what
appreciate.
this whole chapter is about. That
And by
it,
the way, Cecilia, alcoholic. So hi to
yeah,
everyone. And I'm
Lyme,
just
Connecticut. Glad you're here. I
I'm
know
trying to
where
work the
Lyme is.
program. So thank you so much for this meeting, because it's been really great so far.
Come for 5 days if you think you might like it, and we will put you to work because this is a class.
I need to have a process, and so I appreciate this, and I'm glad I
Hey,
discovered
this is
this
it.
meeting.
This is where it all happens. I swear, there's no other meeting like this in the world. This is
No.
the meeting. This meeting you've been looking for. God has answered your prayers. Lisa, go.
Okay, well, I think everybody's pretty much already said what I said, or at least
No,
alcoholic.
no, you can re-say it. Go ahead.
Okay, so I have on page 30, it said, our drinking careers have been characterized by countless vain attempts to prove we could drink like other people. The great obsession of every abnormal drinker. Page 33, as it was said before, to be gravely affected, one does not necessarily have to drink a long time, nor take the quantities some of us have. This is particularly true of women. Potential female alcoholics often turn into the real thing and are gone beyond recall in a few years. Then I have page 39, but the actual or potential alcoholic with hardly an exception will be absolutely unable to stop drinking on the basis of self-knowledge.
Okay, stop right there. Couple things here. Excuse me. So Chris wants to know. Chris, you write to us at stepworkshop1@gmail and ask for meeting confirmation. Those of you that need meeting confirmation for work, school, jail, courts, probation, wife, husband, therapy. Just right there. And Elisa just put it up. And then we are completely out of time. And so I want to throw it over to Jeff, if you would read the promises, please. Thank you, everybody. Good
Jeff,
job.
thank you. Jeff, Alcoholic, South Florida. That's the promises found on the last paragraph, last paragraph, page 83, Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous. If we are painstaking about this phase of our development, we will be amazed before we are halfway through. We are going to know a new freedom and a new happiness. We will not regret the past nor wish to shut the door on it. We will comprehend the word serenity and we will know peace. No matter how far down the scale we have gone, we will see how our experience can benefit others. That feeling of uselessness and self-pity will disappear. We will lose interest in selfish things and gain interest in our fellows. Self-seeking will slip away. Our whole attitude and outlook upon life will change. Fear of people and of economic insecurity will leave us. We will intuitively know how to handle situations which used to baffle us. We will suddenly realize that God is doing for us what we could not do for ourselves. Are these extravagant promises? We think not. They are being fulfilled among us, sometimes quickly, sometimes slowly. They will always materialize if we work for them. Thank you for letting me read.
All right, here comes the serenity prayer. Goes like this: God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So this meeting is officially over.
Yes.
Remember, you can hear all of our meetings on our YouTube podcast. There's like 125 classes on there, so you might like them all. And that is that. So if anybody has, especially new people, only if you have a question or about this meeting or AA, go right ahead and you can unmute and ask now. Come here for 5 days is what we recommend. 5 days, which would be, let's see, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. See how you like it, and then we'll put you to work. We will give you writing assignments and reading assignments. And also you get to see how you like this meeting. It really is a class. It really is a workshop. It's called Newcomers Slippers Step Workshop, and we've had over 30,000 people come to this meeting. 1,000 people have come here, worked the program with us, gotten sober, and stayed sober. We get about 100 new people here a week. 200 people are coming here regularly. So if you think you might like this, come and try it out, see how you do like it, and then we'll go from there. And then tomorrow we'll get back to breakout rooms and classroom work. But it's important, yesterday we read the 5th step in the 12 by 12. Today we read more about alcoholism in the AA Big Book. And then, because it's so important getting this first step thing down and realizing that we need this higher power, this force, this new power to flow in and heal us. I have a question for you, Alexandra. So how did it go in your second step? Hey, what did you come up with? You came up with 10 attributes?
No, I didn't get the directions for the second step yet.
Oh, you haven't? Okay, we'll give that to
No.
you tomorrow. Do you want to know what they are?
Yeah, I'll take them. I also wanted to ask you, I'm in my last semester of nursing school, so things are a little crazy over here. So I don't think I'll be able to come every day, but is it okay if I still try to make a few meetings a week and I can't do it every day?
Why not? Sure.
Well, because
Oh,
I have,
you're in your, so what do you have, exams coming up and all that, or what?
yeah, I have an exam on Monday and then I have clinicals 2 days a week.
Okay, so here are the instructions for the second step. Lisa's putting them up right now. She's putting it up in chat for you.
All right, I'll screenshot them.
And there it is. What we do is we come up with 10 attributes of God as a best friend. Do you see that? 10 attributes of God as a best friend or a superpower. And what that is, we put up some examples. So for me, it would be, I needed a God that wasn't harshly judgmental, someone that would always be there for me, someone that would heal my alcoholism. God is the best friend. I needed to believe in somebody that would be very cool and not like mess me around. So you're going to write down 10 attributes if God were a best friend, okay? You can say.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, very cool. Toddy, how'd you like today's meeting? Great name.
It was okay. Thanks for including me in your meeting. I appreciate it. Next time.
Oh, no,
I'll
thank you
read.
for being here. You'll be the
All
other
right,
way
thank-
around. Other way
Thanks
around.
for having me.
Well, thank you for allowing us to come into your life.
Yes, thank you. Y'all are
I
amazing
know. How are you
people.
doing anyways? 33 days, how's it going? You all right?
I'm doing good. I mean, I'm trying to make it a water. To be honest, I still ain't made off the first step. I still ain't made
Yep.
out the first. I'm going to do that like as of like go ahead on and get deep into this. You know, like I've been going to meetings or whatever. We do like 3 meetings a day.
Yeah.
I'm at Sober Living, so we do like 3 meetings a day every day.
Well, here's the deal.
And
Come here for 5 days and we'll put you to work. We'll take you right through
Okay.
step 1, 2, 3. You'll like it. If you
Okay.
like, just show up for 5 days. So that would be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. See if you can do that.
Okay.
Same thing with you,
Okay.
Cecilia.
Most
See if you can show
definitely.
up here. See if you can show up here for 5 days. Lyme, Connecticut.
Okay.
I know Lyme. I grew up in Connecticut. That's a whaling. Isn't that a whaling city?
It's a lovely area. I should be more happy with my life. It's a lovely area.
Well, alcohol gets right in the middle of it, doesn't it? Just
Yeah, it kind of stands in the way.
louses things.
I was drunk once. I was thrown out of Fiddler's 3, right in your fine town there. That was the drinking spot back in the day when I was just passing
Jeff,
through.
just stop.
Remember it?
You're
Yeah.
bragging about your travails again.
Jeff from South Beach, another place which I totally love. Both my kids graduated University of Miami, so I've been there many times and
Okay.
drank there many times.
Sober
Unfortunately,
today. Oh yeah, it's wonderful to be sober. You're gonna love it.
The
There's nothing
idea
like
is
it.
to try. Have you been to AA before, Cecilia?
I did try about 3 weeks ago, and I'll just be honest with the group. I got a DUI on Sunday, so I'm in a predicament.
Oh, DUIs those are wake up calls, aren't they?
It was a wake up call. I had started working the program a little bit. There was a part of me that said it wasn't for me, but what I realized is that it is for me, and so I'm committed. With my work schedule, it's hard to make the same meetings every day, but I'm trying to do a meeting every day and just trying to stay on track. And I appreciate everybody being so thoughtful and welcoming because it's a really hard time in my life right now. So I appreciate you guys.
Well, the thing about this group is everybody in here is a brainiac and all highly successful. We are an AA meeting of millionaires, huh,
Well,
man?
I mean, if people are doing assignments, then I guess we are. So I'm ready for the
Hell
assignments
yeah,
now.
man. Just show up here.
I'll join 5
It'll
days.
be like back in college, except no drinking.
Exactly, and that's the way I learned. So this is a great group, and I'm so happy I found it. Thank you so much.
Let's see, Greg in Pennsylvania, day 2. How you doing there, Greg? Greg and
Yeah, I'm doing okay, thank you. I'm doing
yeah,
okay.
are you? All right. So how you been to
Yeah.
AA before?
Yeah, my head hurt a little bit, but I'll be okay. I'm nursing.
Yeah.
My
How's
wound.
your blood pressure and all of that? Have you checked your blood pressure?
No.
You might do that
No.
same thing with you, Cecilia. I always recommend check your blood pressure in this meeting because we have a lot of people coming in early, and or talk to your primary care physician. If you're
Alright.
feeling really bad, you start shaking on the inside, really start coming apart, go to the ER and have them admit you for alcohol detox.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, lady alcoholics. It's all about like how much you drink.
A lot of us, drink pretty hard here, so we know.
Yeah, man, every time I pop up, I can't
Yep.
stop. You know?
Yep.
I feel like
Well,
that jaywalker, man.
if you
That
have a
jaywalker.
blood pressure cuff, check your blood pressure. Maybe go to the
Yeah,
doctor, or you can get an online doctor. Sometimes they'll give you a sedative to help you detox over, like sometimes they'll give you Valium or Librium or something like that to help.
right.
Just having a chat with the family.
Well, I'm gonna jump
yeah.
off, but I just want to let you guys know that I'm gonna be joining for 5 days because this seems like the kind
All
of course
right.
of action that I'm used to with education and assignments. And so I love the group. May, thanks so much for your feedback today, and your reading was great.
How about me?
Well, I felt like May's was super impactful, so I'm gonna give her the kudos. So
Yeah, let's
anyway,
give
but everybody else
May
was a great
May.
participant.
Yeah, May.
All right, bye you guys.
All right,
Thank you so
bye,
much. I
see you
appreciate
later.
you.
All right. Let's see, did we talk to Deirdre? Yeah. Greg? All right, Greg. Greg, I'm a little worried about you. How much are you drinking a day?
A lot. I can't count. I'm drinking.
Quart
Hey,
a
what's the
day?
name of this group? What's the name of this group again?
Newcomers Slipper Step Workshop, and Lisa's gonna put a link up in
Okay, can we
Newcomers
do that?
Slipper Step Workshop. Newcomers
Okay,
Slipper Step Workshop.
okay. Meets every day at 6.
Yep, that's right, where you are.
Okay. Yeah,
All
can
you
you send me
guys.
a link?
What's that?
That's the link.
Yeah, there, let's see here, I'll put it up.
I got it.
Oh, you got it, okay. Yeah, just show up, man. You'll be,
Yeah.
in, how do your detoxes go? Do you shake apart or what? Do you have
Shake
like
apart.
delirium tremens? How bad does it
Yeah.
get?
No, this headache. Oh, this headache. So I'm on a heat pad. I got a heat pad that I put ice on the back of my head.